right, we are starting our last story in Unit 5, in our Unit 5 book. And then next week, we'll start Unit 6. And Unit 6 is our last book for the whole school year. So we're getting to the end of the school year. So our essential question is a good one. It is, why are rules important? So I want you to listen to this section on rules. And I hope my sound is all the way up. I better check it.
Time for kids. Rules. These children are going on a class trip. They are following the school's rules. They form two lines and listen to their teacher. Why do we have rules? Rules help keep us safe. By staying together, these children will not get lost. Talk about it. Talk with a partner about rules you have at home. Then discuss why these rules are important. List your ideas on the chart.
Okay, so just like in math, how we had to make a chart, Mrs. Murphy is going to make a chart on our board. So they want us to think about rules we have at our house. You can think about rules that your mom and dad or grandma, grandpa, or someone, whoever you live with. What is a rule that they have at your house that you must follow? Hayden?
Well, we live in an apartment, so don't run in the halls and be loud.
Okay, so a rule for you is maybe you cannot, so maybe be quiet.
Yeah.
Why is that important, Hayden?
Because other people may be sleeping.
So other people, so maybe do not disturb other people.
Yeah.
Okay, do not disturb others. And even I can think of that rule is also at my house because my husband works nights, so like right now he's sleeping because he just got home like at 6 this morning. And so when my two girls are home, what do they have to do? Be quiet because he's trying to sleep.
Your dad is nocturnal. Wait.
My husband, he is nocturnal, definitely. Hayden, you had another really good rule that you have at your house or apartment. What was the other one?
No running in the hall.
Yeah, and that could be even in your house maybe, because I don't think most of your parents want you to run in your house. Why, Hayden?
Because you may trip and hit your head.
Yeah, you can get hurt,
Or
right?
you could break something very valuable.
Break something, you can
Well,
get
we don't
hurt.
have anything that's valuable.
Hey, Ingrid, what's a rule you have at your house?
I can do piano every day.
Ooh, that's a rule. So how about, instead of just saying piano, how about chores? How many of you guys have chores you have to do? Okay, so a rule is do your chores. Why is that important, Ingrid, to do piano or your chores? To get better. Yeah, piano, you want to get better. Why else would your mom and dad want you to do chores? Like maybe do the laundry, do the dishes? Why? Why is that important? Why?
If I leave my lights on, my dad said I would have to pay the electricity bill, or I would have to give my mom a dollar.
Okay, so let's say that rule would be to
Pay the bill.
to save electricity, right?
And then the other thing is, Hayden, get a real house, and you don't have to follow those rules. Okay, so I can smash my head against the wall?
No.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yay.
I mean, you could, but yeah.
Well,
How about-
Smart.
I'm gonna say turn off lights, right? Right, Wyatt? And then we're gonna save electricity by doing that, right? Okay, let's go back to Ingrid's because we never finished this. To do your chores, you're gonna get better, but also what? Why is it important to do your chores? Think about your mom and dad. What are you doing for them, Lily, when you do your chores? So like if you are putting away the dishes or doing house?
I have two.
Okay, let's start with the first one.
My rule is when you come into my room, just to stand there and look at me and leave my door wide open. That's not allowed because I like my door closed.
Okay. Is that just your rule or is that like
That's everybody's rule.
so closed doors?
Yeah, no
Okay.
matter what, if you're sleeping, but you cannot lock doors.
Okay, so can you tell me why is that important to close your door?
Because our sis, like my brother, like our brothers and sisters are sometimes nosy and always get in my business when I'm trying to do my own business. She just walks in there and be like,
Okay, so maybe for privacy, like so that it's private.
and
We do that at our house too, not for other people, but for our dogs. Our dogs, my dog Archie, he loves to go in Kennedy's room. You know why?
why?
It's like going to a toy store because he will go in her room and he will look for toys to grab and then he'll run around the house. He doesn't go to anyone else's room, but he goes to Kennedy's. And so I tell Kennedy, if you don't want him to go in your room, you need to close your door for privacy.
What if he uses set and blaze in?
Probably good, but that's a good one.
And then my other one, my mom made this. So my mom, when I do my chores, she gives me $7. So for my rules, I have to give her all my dollars for electricity, food, and food and all that stuff for living in our house. So and then I have $3 left to spend or keep.
Okay, that's a really good rule. So your mom and dad, they kind of show you how to budget your money. I like that rule.
I'm saving my money.
Okay, Lewis,
Be safe.
how do you be safe? That's a rule to be safe.
Be safe.
What's one? Okay, Lewis, I really like your idea of being safe. What's a rule that your mom and dad have you do to be safe? Like, for example, maybe don't go outside when your parents are home. Is that a rule that they have?
Yes, that's mine.
Because I know.
I have something else.
Okay, so Lewis, just a second. So I know that's a rule I have in my house. If myself or my husband aren't home and we live on a farm, our girls cannot go outside the house. They have to stay inside because we don't want something happening outside when they're like playing where they would get hurt. So one rule is stay inside
I know mine
and to be safe. Lewis, did you have one that kind of goes with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't drive. This is like basically like safe, like really safe, very safe. Don't drive so fast or don't drift so hard because you might flip the four-wheeler.
Okay, that's a really good another rule is like if you're stay inside and then be safe on like if you're on maybe a bike or a four-wheeler or any kind of machine. So I'll just put okay. Hey, you guys over there. I'm not being very respectful right now. Kinsley, do you have one before you go? Okay.
Don't open the door if for anybody if your parents are at home.
Yes. So no strangers, right? Don't open door. And so why it's important is no strangers. Okay? Strangers are people we don't know. Thank you, Kinsley. That's a really good one. Lily, don't waste food. I like that rule. Do your mom and dad say like take what you want to eat? Good rule. That's same as at school. Wow, we got lots of good rules. Don't waste food. Why is that important not to waste food? Maybe Mrs. Murphy should write that over here. Because it costs money, right? To eat food, and if you waste it, you're just kind of throwing away your money. So eat, or take what you eat, maybe is what Mrs. Murphy say. Take what you eat, or will eat. Good one, Lily. Let's see, somebody I haven't called on yet? Who hasn't been called on yet? Corla?
At my dad's house, some of the rooms you can't lock on. Like
So-
our bedroom. The lock is at the outside, and my sisters make me go in my room, and then they lock the door at the outside.
So does your dad have a rule of no locking the rooms? That's probably a good rule because sometimes you might get locked in there, right?
I've seen them on the
I
outside.
lock
Yeah.
myself in the room.
That is kind of scary to have them on the outside. Okay, good rule. So like maybe to lock when safe, right?
We have a whole bunch.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last
Count that one
person.
again.
Addie, have I got you?
No.
Okay, because there's a ton more rules, so we're just gonna take one last
Oh, you're
person.
right.
So you know how we're working on a
You're
spring
right.
concert. You want to sing and get better at it, because at the concert, Miss Erpelding doesn't want you doing nothing. It's not
Okay.
fair.
Okay, how about rules at home though? But I like that rule. I love that rule for
wait.
music.
My mom always says don't lean against the glass because it can break. And then you can fall out the window.
That's a good rule.
Mhm.
So what kind of glass do you have, Addie, that you might do that to?
Because we have like a big window in our
Oh.
living room,
Yes,
and it's right against, like, right next to a chair.
that's a really good rule. Okay, now we're gonna stop. But all this week in reading, we're gonna be talking about rules and why it's important to have rules. Because if we didn't have rules, we probably wouldn't stay safe. And that is our number one priority, is keeping you safe at home, at school, wherever you go in our world.